You were talking about the freshmen that you've seen the offensive side of the talent.
Yeah, when they came in from the summertime, we noticed all of them had some kind of offensive ability, and we need that as well this year, losing that many guys. But now is the process of dragging them along and learning the defensive principles and holding them accountable, as me and him being captains of the team, just holding them accountable. And we kind of passed the stage of just calling them freshmen and them not knowing the principles and stuff like that. Is getting closer to the season, so now we're just holding them accountable, knowing the right places, knowing to be talking on defense. And I think once they put it together, we'll be ready for the season.
How did you pick that up? Looking back at yourself, you probably always got offense too. How did you pick that up?
Yeah, I think I had one at Oklahoma State when I was a freshman. I had some of the veteran guys show me the ropes and stuff like that. But I'm probably the wrong person to ask because I like playing defense. So.
Coach Chelsea, most of the guys you talked about, offensive guys, you got guys that can score.
Mm-hmm.
You got guys that can do multiple things. Is the hardest thing to find the identity of the team early with the defensive side?
Yeah, especially when you have 4 freshmen, and possibly all 4 having an impact on the lineup. So it's all about teaching. I think Coach L does that with the best of them, and it's also going to come with game experience as well too. So that's why we have these scrimmages and practices that we play each other. So I think they're coming along as freshmen, and we'll see in our first scrimmages against somebody else how well it comes along.
And with this program, expectations have been raised already. What do you guys feel like being here? And there's not a lot of time to get it together because so many freshmen. You guys got to get it together pretty much in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to get it together. We're good defensively. We're not terrible. It's just some things we gotta put together. But I think we're more than prepared. If we had a game tomorrow, we wouldn't be bad at all. It's just not where we want to be. And yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Davon, every team has its own personality. How do you see this team so far? It's early compared to last year's team. How's it different, similar?
Definitely a different team. I was just thinking about it earlier. We were blessed to have that team we had last year. We were just so, to be honest, we were just so good, so balanced. We had a little bit of everything. And going to that NIT the year before and coming back last year really helped us because we were just that more, together on the same page and on top of, being a very talented team. So this year we're also talented, but in a very different way. We got some young guys that definitely know how to play offensively and defensively, but you can see a lot of the, the offensive gifts that the freshmen have, and players that came back have worked on and brought to the table this year. But defensively, like Kamari said, we're not terrible, but we're far from where we want to be. And after being in college for 3 years, offense is something you can figure out as the season goes. You start adjusting and learning what works for your team. But defensively, that's something you got to kind of have from the beginning, and you can get better at that as well. But if you can't defend anybody, you're gonna lose every game. Under a point per possession is what we try to pitch for our opponents, and right now that's not quite where we are, and that's where we want to get to.
When you talk about offensively, what's the strength you see for this team offensively just right now?
Well, we're very athletic, and we get out in the open court well. So I think we should be able to be a good high-tempo team. But like I said, that starts with defense, pitching stops, grabbing defensive rebounds, and getting out in the open court and running. We got people that I would say that we attack the rim pretty well. We shoot the ball at a decent rate, but we can get a lot better with that. But definitely a driving team and an athletic crash and slashing team, I would say.
Can you talk about DJ? Coach was saying he's a very likable guy who's doing a lot of stuff. He can play really well offensively. What do you see from him?
DJ, first thing I know is he's a worker. He was here a little bit earlier than me because I went home for a little bit in the summer. But as soon as I got here, it was nice to see somebody else that's new besides me, Kamari, and Quan in the gym every day. So he was in the gym working, constantly shooting, and it definitely pays off because he's probably the best shooter on his team. And he's got a lot of gifts offensively, and he's constantly learning. He's eager to learn and get better. He's just a good teammate. He's just definitely not just adjusting to college, but being in the U.S. and being around the team as well.
What's your approach been like during preseason practices, being a senior and whatnot, maybe compared to a year ago?
Just trying to make sure that myself and Kamari hold everybody accountable. The little things that people may not know, whether it be like the returning players that didn't play as much in Avuka and Ant, or the new people that don't know anything yet, like just not giving a token effort, to certain things, but actually playing hard and taking everything seriously. So just trying to stay on them because, like you said, it's a fine line. You got to draw between, being on the new people too much and feeling like they're not doing anything right, and getting on them and make sure that we emphasize what's how we actually work around here. So just trying to be that leader more than anything, and let people find their way, but also making sure they know what it is that we do.
You guys are both the captains this year. How's the process been stepping up to that role for both of you?
I think it's been a little different for me. I think last year it was I led through my intensity on the court, just the passion for the game, how I play, and people just fed off that. Where we had Angel and Tanya and Sheldon, who was more vocal, and I just kind of followed and played a role. Whereas this year I'm looked at as that person that has to speak up if things are going wrong, call team meetings if people are falling out of line, and so it's more of a vocal thing this year. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Freshmen are going to be freshmen. You got to teach them the ins and outs, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job at it so far. So nothing too difficult as far as the team, and I'm looking forward to finishing it throughout the year.
Have the two of you, Davon, are you more a natural type of vocal, and you're having to do that? How do you guys compare it to leaders?
I always see Murph as just he like he said he just shows his intensity, and he's verbal. He's been verbal to me. It doesn't seem like he's going out his way to do that. Whereas somebody like Sheldon, he's just a lead by example kind of guy. Doesn't really talk that much. So for me, I got a big mouth and I talk a lot. So it's natural for me, but I can't speak for Kamari.
That big mouth, let you guys know what the expectations are.
Yeah. Well, I've made it plain and clear that I'm not trying to go backwards, and what my expectations for the team are, and I see that we have the talent to be back in the NCAA tournament and be one of the top tier teams in this league, but it's not just going to be given to us. And I've been on a team my freshman year that wasn't that great, and so I've seen bottom of the pack, middle of the pack, and top of the pack. So I'm just trying to stress to the guys what it takes.
You guys have spoken much about leadership up here and being seniors and whatnot. Who among the new players, the new ones that have shown leadership skills, which include players, maybe in the future when they are seniors, is there somebody showing signs early on?
I would say Bruce right now. Coaches put him in multiple situations where he has to lead the green team as being, the key player on the green team. Not necessarily the best player, but the key player on the green team, and all the veteran guys on the white team, he playing against us. So I think coaches is kind of throwing him in the fire, and he's handling it well. So as far as the new guys, I can see Bruce being right now maybe not so much a vocal leader because he has guys to kind of enforce things, but later down the line, I could see him being a vocal and one of the captains of this team. I'm not gonna do anything that the team don't need. So I don't think my role was ever to go and get 20 a game. So I think what I did last year, if I can times two that, with maybe a little more aggression on offense, nothing too out of line, I think that'll better the team. So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna come out there and shoot every time I touch it. That's not what I do. It's not my game. So what I can focus on is being a leader out there, rebounding way more, controlling the paint way more, stopping my guy way more, and that's where I start. I can play some five this year. Coach L's put us in different scenarios where I'm the five with a smaller group, just because I can guard multiple positions and stuff like that. So I'm prepared for it all. I think my guys are ready for it all too. So anything Coach L has in the game plan, we'll be ready for.
Quan shows how talented he's been in the past. He showed last year being one of the best 6 men in the country. And he showed, nothing less in practice so far and over the summer. I think biggest thing for him will be about, taking on that leadership role as a third captain and as a point guard of the team, not having any off days, not from a playing perspective, but from a leading perspective, and know that his energy will be fed off of, and that he has to bring it every day for us to really be able to compete in not just the ACC, but in the country. And I think he has the capabilities of doing so, but it'll be up to him.
You talked about one last round about Sheldon and the Wizards. Just what it means to you guys and the team.
That's my guy.
Extremely happy for him. That's the end goal at the end of the day, and to have somebody you play with, be there, and that's where we all want to be, and just nothing but happy for him.
And it's good to have somebody that close to us in that environment to kind of give us feedback of what to expect, or the things that we need to do to get to that level. So having somebody that close, I mean, we all have friends that play in the NBA, but I think with an addition, someone like Sheldon, we could easily call or text him like, how's this going, or what do you do with this, and stuff like that. So I think that's one of the perks of him.
I think it's good for the young guys as well to see, former player in the NBA now, and people have heard about his work ethic and what it takes. So that'll definitely inspire some of our players as well, I think.